Hand up. This is how I know I'm old. I'm doing the podcast sitting down. Usually I do it standing up. That's because today I was doing yard work and I was moving a log. And when I moved the log, I pulled my back. I didn't know it was possible. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know it was possible. And it hurts to stand. It hurts to breathe. It hurts to walk. So that's just something I'm going to have forever now. Just a bad back, including my bad knees. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Who cares? Who cares? Welcome back to another Detroit Pierce podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you go to my YouTube channel and you comment that you are listening to the podcast and you send me a screenshot that you liked and subscribed, I will send you a personalized thank you. Or what I'm doing now, because it is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I will send you a picture of my dog. You can tell me whichever you would like. You can send me a screenshot and then say, hey, I want a picture of Frankie. Or you can sit there and say, I just want a personalized thank you. I will give you either one of those. Just to be open and honest. Currently, it is the fourth quarter in the Sunday Night Football game. I have Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. I need 7 fantasy points. So if I just all of a sudden freak out because they got it, that's what I'm freaking out about. But let's get into the show. Make sure you like and subscribe. First, Lions. If you have any questions about what I think about the Thanksgiving game, I've already said what I needed to say. I've already vented it all out. Go listen to the emergency press conference, which was posted on Thanksgiving Day. Now, I'm here to talk about the future. I'm here to talk about the next steps. I'm here to talk about what we are going to be seeing or what we could be seeing. First off, I said this as a joke on the podcast, but I truly meant it, that in the next 6 games, which is what we have for the rest of the season, what do I see? What do I see coming? Jags at home, Vikings at home, at Jets, at Panthers, at home against the Packers, at home against the Bears, and at the Packers. Jordan Love just threw a touchdown. Man, this Twitter's going to be on fire. Anyway, so out of those games, with 6 games to go, what do I think our record could be? At best, at the very best, no doubt about it, if everything goes right, and I think it could, because, we played a Super Bowl contender, Buffalo Bills, at home to the absolute last second of the game. We can play with anybody. We've proven that we can play with anybody. The best we can do is 5-1, really, honestly, and end the season at 9-8. The worst, we could end the season 1-5 and pick up a 5th pick in the draft. But what do I think we're going to do? I genuinely think we're going to go 4-2. I think we go 4-2 for the rest of the way, and we're 8-9, and we're knocking on the door, and we're looking at our season being like, holy crap, we've taken the next step. We're missing a couple pieces, and then we're going to be a playoff team. And I think next year we're looking at the team saying, we have pieces to make it in to the playoffs next year. I think that's very possible. And we're no longer in this situation, at least I don't think we're in this situation anymore, where we're looking to lose so we can, we're not like Bears fans. We're not looking to lose so that we can get a better draft pick. The Rams are already doing that for us. And I don't foresee them winning any more, if any games at all, for the rest of the season. Their team is bad, and they have the 3rd pick right now. We have the 3rd pick because of them right now. That's as good as it's going to get. Just win your games, and you let the Rams worry about us getting Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, whoever the Texans don't take in the 1st pick. That's a great spot to be, and that's where we're at. I genuinely think that, and I genuinely think that I think that the end of this year is going to say a lot about Dan Campbell. It's going to say a lot about this team, but it's mostly going to say something about Dan Campbell, because with a lot of things looking good, I think if we can come back and finish these last 6 games with a winning record, it'll be very interesting. All right, moving on, because I already said I have a 10-minute podcast about the Lions. You don't want to hear me talk about the Lions even more. Let's talk about the Red Wings. Live stream tonight. You're listening to this on Monday. Live stream tonight. I'm going to be live stream on my YouTube page watching the 3rd period of the Toronto Maple Leafs game. Looking to get a little closer in that Atlantic. That Atlantic is so good and it's unbelievable. Florida, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and Boston, and then obviously us. I mean, those are 5 of the best 8 teams all in one division of that Eastern Conference. I mean, that's locked tight. That's going to be tough to win. It's going to be tough to be the 3 seed out of that Atlantic, but I think it's possible. We're on a 4-game win streak. Got a scary game against my Yotes the other day. Won in overtime. Doesn't matter. But our next couple games, the next week's games, at home against Toronto, at home against Buffalo, at home against Vegas, at Columbus. There is a chance where we can win all 4 games this week. I think we're that kind of team now. I think we got to start looking at ourselves as that kind of team where we can go a week of winning. I mean, we just did that. We just won 4 straight. We can do it again. I think we can stay hot. I think we got the right team. I think we got a big week ahead of us to take that next step and keep it going. And then make ourselves look, especially on Monday night. I think it's the biggest game of the week. I think it's a big game for this organization because it shows to everybody else in the NHL, hey, look, this team's legit. This team is legit, and they can win a lot of games, and they can make the playoffs as at an Atlantic, not in the wild card, but in the Atlantic. I'm on a painkiller and I got dry mouth. But look, I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance to prove on Monday night and beat Toronto and take that next step. Also, with the Jordan Love touchdown, Packer fans, you looking to get rid of Aaron Rodgers? You should. I mean, that guy is a bum. He sucks. Going on to the Pistons. All right. Cade Cunningham looks like he's going to be out for the rest of the season. I've heard rumors that he's going to be out for the rest of the season. I've heard it all. We've lost the last 2. Killian Hayes looks great, by the way. Nobody's saying that. Yeah, it just feels like we're tanking, guys. It feels like if Cade Cunningham stays out for the rest of the year, okay, fine. Okay, just get healthy and let's start afresh next year. And starting afresh next year is by drafting. So from now on, because we're in the tankathon and we're not going to make the playoffs, I'm on tankathon.com mock draft, and let's hit the mock draft. Let's hit the sim lottery and see what happens. Swear this is what happens. All right, slim lottery. Here we go. We lose the lottery. We get the 5th pick. We draft Brandon Miller of Alabama, small forward. Boy. And Wembayama, by the way, goes to the Dallas Mavericks. That would be absolutely miserable. That would be terrible. All right, maybe next week. Maybe next week on what's the Woody's Finest Hour. Maybe on Woody's Finest Hour next week we'll hit the mock draft and we'll win. All right, maybe. You never know with those lottery balls. All right, let's go on. My favorite segment, biggest segment there is right now. European Minute. World Cup's happening. I'm going to talk about the U.S. I got the U.S. hat on. All right. We talk about the U.S. on the outside of the European Minute. Don't worry. I'm going to give you a U.S. update. There's Jalen Hurts getting a first down. What does that do for my fantasy team? Everybody relax. Give me 2 seconds. Doesn't do anything. I'm still 6 points down. Okay. But this is going to be close. Okay. European Minute starting now. Very interesting start to the groups. This is how I think each group's going to end up 1-2. I think Dutch is going to win their group, and Senegal is going to beat Ecuador and get the 2nd spot. I think England and the United States are going to go 1-2. I think Argentina beats Poland. Mexico beats Saudi Arabia, but Poland gets in on goal differential. Argentina 1, Poland 2. I think France finishes their group number 1. I think Denmark. I want Australia to beat Denmark and get the Socceroos in the knockout stage, but I just don't think they do it. I think Denmark's just that much better, and I think Denmark steals that 2nd spot. I think Spain and Germany, I think they're going to win the last games, and I think it's going to be 1-2, Spain 1, Germany 2. I think Croatia ties Belgium, and because of that, Croatia and Morocco will go on. Belgium needs to get rid of Roberto Martinez, but it's way too late. The golden generation's gone almost out of time. Brazil, Switzerland, Portugal, South Korea, and England, not good enough, but they're still going to win it. It's still coming home. All right, I went overtime. Relax. I went overtime by like 2 seconds, but yeah, I still think England's going to win it. I just feel like they don't look the worst, which is a crazy statement. but they just don't look the worst. All right, let's talk about the U.S. and the World Cup. I got the hat on. I went to a watch party here in Phoenix. Had about 420 people, they said, show up. I hate Greg Berhalter. I think Greg Berhalter is probably one of the worst managers we could have picked for this World Cup and to take our golden generation and take them to the next level. I think this is a big World Cup for us, not because we can win it, but this can set up what we're going to do in the next one at home, and where I think the goal should be semifinals at that World Cup. And I think Greg is not the right guy. I think he's very into the MLS. It was proven when he put in Jordan Morris in the Wales game. And not Gio Reyna, and then it got leaked that he told everybody to say that Gio Reyna's hurt, even though he's not. It's just he's not the right guy, and my friend Mitch has a good point about it. What are you doing wearing a T-shirt? Get a nice shirt on. It's the World Cup, and you're representing the United States. Look the part. Look the part. He didn't lose against England, so I'll give him credit, and he didn't look like he wanted to lose, so I'll give him credit. He played aggressive. I think that they outplayed England. So there you go. There's your credit for you. You happy? Now let's beat Iran and let's have fun against the Dutch, because I think the Dutch are going to win their group. On Tuesday, I will be live streaming the whole game because I'm super excited for it, and I think it'll be amazing. All right. Enough of this silly little soccer talk. Let's talk about NFL. Let's talk about games we care about. I'm not going to talk about every game. Let's talk about games we care about. What I mean by that is games that help the Rams go to the number 1 so we can get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, whoever the Texans don't take, and help our playoff spot. First off, Bucks lose. Bucks, dude, how have you not, Tom Brady, what are you doing, dude? You're losing to the Browns in overtime? Dude, you need to go away, man. Texans pretty much lock up, in my opinion, the first pick with now they're 1-9-1. They pretty much locked it up. Bears, thank goodness you guys lost. I'm glad. I'm happy for you Bears fans that you lost so you can get a better pick. And I don't care that they have a better pick than the Rams because they're just going to pick Willie Anderson Jr. They're going to lose a bunch of games, and they're going to have that second slot, and they're going to be super excited. You're still just going to get Willie Anderson Jr., who is an all-time great player in my opinion. But you keep losing, guys. Keep doing it. Jags win, beat the Ravens, huge, but doesn't really help us because they wouldn't have picked they were not going to pick a quarterback. Falcons lose to the Washington Commanders, which is huge for us in the playoff aspect because they're kind of in that spot where it's like I'm looking at the standings where, we've got, let's see, Seahawks, Falcons, Lions, Packers, kind of all in that Giants, Cowboys, kind of all in that same jug of, are you good enough? Are you not good enough? Where are you at? Commanders with Heineke might actually be good enough. I'm going to lose this fantasy game. That's just what I just have to be okay with that. I just have to be okay with losing this fantasy game. It's fourth. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is bad radio, but it's 4th and 3, 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. I need a first down, but I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win. I'm 5 points down, and I need Jalen Hurts to get like 10 yards here. Hike it, Jalen. No, he's going to call him offsides. I'm screwed. I'm screwed in this fantasy game. Now I'm out of the playoffs. Hope everybody's happy. But the Panthers, all right, back to the NFL. But all these teams are kind of in the same jug of, are you good enough to make the playoffs or are you not good enough to make the playoffs? And I feel like the Lions are in there as well, and it just stinks. It just stinks because now I'm rooting against the Giants and the Cowboys, but I don't think we're good enough. But here it is. I'm watching Sunday Night Football, and we're still in the hunt. We're still around. We're still there. Then let's see. Panthers win, which helps us with the Rams pick because the Panthers are obviously going to be looking for a quarterback. And I think the Panthers are going to win enough to open that up eventually. I think this is one of like 2 or 3 wins that they're going to have on their schedule because they're in such a bad division that I think it's going to open it up for the Rams to take in that spot. I think the Rams are really going to start losing. And obviously, Mr. Unlimited loses, which hurts because I think the Seahawks, they get his pick, and the Seahawks are going to look for a pick. So in short, we need a lot of teams to lose, and we need the Broncos to win. All right, with all that being said, let's move on to the NCAA. Field goal for the Eagles. This sucks. All right, I hate Michigan. I do. I'm a Michigan hater. But they are Ohio State's daddy now. You have to call it like it is. My biggest concern of Ohio State was, and I've said it a couple times on this podcast, was can Ohio State get punched in the mouth and get off the mat? They proved last time that they are not that guy. With Ryan Day, they get punched in the mouth and they stay on the mat and they do not know how to get back up. Whereas this Michigan team now, they want to punch you in the mouth. They want to bury you. They want to suffocate you. In that fourth quarter, they just took it to the next level, and it was time for Ohio State to take it into the next gear, and they didn't have that gear. They didn't have it. They couldn't do it. So that really sucks. That really sucks if you're a Michigan hater. But Michigan, do you still want to fire Jim Harbaugh? I've had people tell me that they wouldn't mind firing Jim Harbaugh. Just saying. All right, this is how I think the college football final is going to end up. Here are my top 6, how I think it's going to end up. Tell me what you think it's going to be. I think number 1, I think it's going to be Georgia. I think number 2 is going to be Michigan. I think number 3 is going to be USC. And I think number 4 is going to be Ohio State. Number 5, TCU. And then 6, Alabama. I think TCU loses barely to Kansas State this weekend. They have to lose sometime, guys. They have to. I just don't see how they don't. So that's what I think. That's how I genuinely think that's how it's going to end up. And I think USC pounds Utah. And speaking of USC pounding Utah, I'm going to be in Vegas this weekend for the Pac-12 championship. I'll be doing a vlog coming out next week. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can make sure you watch that. But while I'm in Vegas, I'm going to be betting on every conference game, every conference championship game. I'm not going to have any money. I just got done having a hot night. What was I, 4-2 on Saturday? Why can't I ride that hot hand? I'm feeling good. And don't forget, I'm going to be doing a live stream for the Red Wings tonight and a live stream for the full U.S. game on Tuesday. Now, I've got my Nebraska sweatshirt on, so I have to talk about it. I'm a Husker. I'm a Husker guy. So there's been 3 new hires. Let's rate them, okay? Arizona State gets Kenny Dillingham from Oregon, the offensive coordinator. Super young guy, the youngest guy in college football. Do I think it's a bad hire? No. Do I think it's a great hire? No. I gave it about a 6.6 out of 10. I think he is a good offensive play caller, and I think he gets a lot of good talent he helps get a lot of good talent like Bo Nix into Oregon. Do I think Oregon's problem was the offense? At no point. At no point did I think that was their problem. I think their defense had very bad play calling at times, and I think they were overly aggressive at times. I think that's been the demise of their year. Matt Rule, I have to give it a 7.3 out of 10. He's built programs back, all right? He had one misstep. I think he's going to be a good hire, and I think he's going to be there for the next 10 years. Do I think he'll ever win a national championship at Nebraska? No. Do I think he'll win a Big Ten? No. I don't know. Maybe. Do I think he'll make it to a Big Ten championship? Yes. I think he will. In the next 10 years, he will. I think he's going to be a good, solid hire. I think he's going to be an 8 or 9, maybe 10-win team. And I think he's just going to do that. And I think Nebraska fans are going to be perfectly fine with that. Now, speaking about Nebraska fans, you might be saying, well, Pierce, wouldn't you want Luke Fickell? No. Luke Fickell's trash. I definitely didn't text people that I wanted Luke Fickell third on my dream list for Nebraska. I definitely never said that. No. I think Wisconsin got a trash hire. I think Luke Fickell stinks. I think he's overrated. Why did you not come, Luke? Why did you not come to Nebraska? So that's a 0.78 out of 10. All right, last topic, college basketball. I have my eye on you. Don't worry. I'm going to be talking about you soon. I'm already at 18 minutes, okay? I have my eyes on you. I'm looking at my futures bet. Gonzaga, you suck. I've got my eyes on you, okay? All right, and then final thoughts. Okay, is this just me? Or is this every Lions fan's wife? I think my wife's running a racket on me. Do you know what we did today? We cleaned out the backyard. We hung up lights. We hung up all these Christmas trees. We even went to a park and took pictures together. Like we had a professional photographer and everything for Christmas cards. All right, if you're a Lions wife, is this what you do all the time? Is this what you do every year? Just that Sunday after Thanksgiving, you know the Lions aren't playing, your husband's not going to complain. You're like, yeah, whatever. Is this what you do every year? What a racket you guys got on us. You're smart. You're smarter than I am. Because she got me. I got. And now look at me. I can't even move. My back's pulled. She's smarter than I am. She knows better. She does. All right, make sure you like and subscribe. Shoot me a message if you'd like to subscribe, with a screenshot, and I will send you a personalized thank you or a picture of my dog, Frankie. That's right. I will. All right, thank you guys. God bless. Go Detroit Sports.